Welcome, Hooligans. Welcome to Standing Room Only.
Thank you.
Yay. All right.
Thank you.
This is about Boudreaux.
Anyone else?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Boudreaux explaining to the police officers why his cousins shot him. Now, Boudreaux began. We was having a good time drinking when my cousin Thibodeau picked up his shotgun and said, "Hey, y'all want to go hunting?" And then what happened, says the police officer. Well, from what I remember, Boudreaux said, I stood up and said, "Sure, I'm game."
Oh, God.
Gotta watch them coon asses once they done had a drink or two.
I'm game.
All right. I got one more. And this is another one about Boudreaux, Thibodeau, and Hebert. And they down at the Bayou Bar, putting them down. Now, after a few drinks, they start talking about their wives. Boudreaux say, "My wife is so damn stupid. The other day, she bought a motorcycle helmet, and she ain't even got a motorbike." Then Thibodeau say, "Oh yeah? My wife's so stupid. She bought us a Blu-ray TV player, and we ain't even got no TV." Now, Hebert says, "All right, I can top both y'all. My wife is so stupid. The other night, I found condoms in her purse, and she ain't even got a penis."
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God.
Who's the stupid
All
one?
right. I know, huh?
How's
All right,
it
with
going
that,
there?
I'm going to exit the stage,
How's it going?
exit even. And who wants to come up?
I'll go up and get mine done first.
Yeah.
Hit it,
all
baby.
right.
Enjoy the
Hit
night,
it,
boys and
sweetheart.
girls.
Big warm
Hey,
welcome to Wyvern.
Wyvern.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some blonde jokes. That's why I changed my hair color for y'all. So I can be a blonde on the stage. Yeah.
Perfect.
So she was so blonde, she asked for a price check at the $2 shop. She was so blonde, when she saw a sign that said under 17 not admitted, she went home and got 16 friends to go with her. She was so blonde, when she heard 90% of all the crimes occur around the home, she moved. She was so blonde. Oh, yeah. All right, anyway, a blonde walked into a pharmacy. She asked the pharmacist for a bottom deodorant. "I'm sorry, we don't sell bottom deodorant," the pharmacist said. And he's trying not to laugh. "But I always buy it here," the blonde says. "I bought one last month." So, thinking real quickly, the pharmacist says, "Well, I don't know what you bought before, but maybe you can bring in the empty container next time." "Sure," the blonde says. "I'll bring it with me tomorrow." So the next day, the blonde walks in the shop again and hands the pharmacist an almost empty deodorant stick. "Well, this is just a normal deodorant," the pharmacist says. "You use it under your arms." "Well, no, it's not," the blonde said. "It says so here. To apply, push bottom up." A blonde got a certificate for helicopter flying lessons for her birthday, and one day she was bored and decided she'd give it a try. When she got to the helipad, the instructor said, "Well, there's only one helicopter here and it only has one seat. If I show you how to do it, do you mind going up solo?" Oh boy. "Oh, no problem. I can handle it," says the blonde. So he shows her all the inner workings and sent her on her way, only asking that she radio in every 400 feet just to make sure everything was going smoothly. So at 400 feet, she radioed in saying, "Wow, this is so much fun." At 800 feet, she radioed in again saying, "Oh, this is so pretty easy. I think I could do this all day." The instructor waited and waited and waited for her to radio in at 1,200 feet, but he didn't hear from the blonde. And soon he heard a crash in the field right next to the station. So he ran out and he found the blonde crashed. Well, luckily, she lived. She survived. "What the hell happened?" he said. "Well, hell, I was doing fine, but it started getting cold in there, so I just turned off that big fan. Okay, I got a couple of kind of blonde inventions. Blonde inventions. Waterproof towels.
That's a good one.
Solar-powered torches. Those are kind of good for camping. So.
Oh, yeah.
Submarine screen doors. That would be pretty good. Oh, books on how to read. Nobody can read them, of course. An inflatable dartboard. Pow, pow, pow. Gotta replace it every time you shoot one.
Use only once.
Index, boys and girls. Dictionary index. That would be good. Let's look up this word. No, okay. An ejector seat in a helicopter. That sounds like whatever. Yeah. Oh, powdered water. Powdered water would be a good one. Oh, a
what
pedal.
would you add with powdered water?
Sad water.
You gotta add some air, or I don't know what. A pedal powered wheelchair. Yeah, for people who can't walk. And waterproof tea bags. Those will go over well. Now, this one's kind of a little bit sleazy. How can you tell if a blonde's been using your computer?
How?
The joystick is wet. What's the quickest way to get into a blonde's pants? Pick them up off the floor. This blonde walks in an electronics store. She says, I want to buy that television. Sales guy says, look, I'm really sorry. We don't sell to blondes here. The blonde goes home. She dyes her hair brown, goes back the next day or a few days later, and she says, I want to buy that TV. And the guy says, I told you, we don't sell to blondes. Go home. The blonde goes home. She shaves her head, puts on a baseball cap, waits a few more days, and goes back to the shop to buy that TV. He says, I told you, we don't sell to blondes here. It's store policy. Please give up. Go home. She goes, look, I dyed my hair. You still knew I was blonde. I shaved my head and wore a hat, but you still knew I was blonde. How do you do it? She's exasperated. Salesperson points to the item she wants to buy and says, well, first of all, that's a microwave.
Oh, man.
3 blondes are trying to change a light bulb, and finally one of them decides to call 000, I guess. Help! We need help. We're 3 blondes changing a light bulb. Says the operator. You put in a fresh bulb? Yes. Power in the house is on? Of course. And the switch is on? Yeah. And the bulb still won't light up? Well, no, it's working fine. Well, what the hell's the problem, the operator says. We got so dizzy spinning the ladder around, we all fell and we hurt ourselves. Help. What's the difference between a blonde and a 747? Not everybody's been in a 747. Ouch! I'm going to change my hair color after this show. A cop was driving down a country road when he saw a car in a ditch, and he pulled over to see if anybody was in it. A blonde popped her head out the window and said, oh, officer, thank God I was in an accident here. Well, duh, I can see that, he says. Are you okay? The blonde nodded. Well, what happened? Well, it was so strange. I was driving down the road, and from nowhere, a tree jumped in front of me. So I swerved to the other side, and there was another tree. So I swerved again, but another one was there. So one last time I swerved on the other side, but the damn tree got me and sent me into this ditch. And the officer was laughing really hard. Whoa, what's so funny, she asked. Miss, there aren't any trees on this road for miles. That was your car air freshener swinging back and forth?
That's a good one.
Yeah, blonde with 2 red ears, really, really red ears, went to see her doctor, and the doctor asked her what happened. Oh, man, I was ironing a shirt and the phone rang, but instead of picking up the phone, I accidentally picked up the iron and stuck it to my ear. Oh, Jesus, the doctor said. Well, what happened to your other ear? Oh, God, my friend called me back again. This young blonde was on holiday in North Queensland and she was desperate for a pair of genuine crocodile shoes but was reluctant to pay the high price all the vendors wanted. So after getting really frustrated with the no-haggle attitude of one of the shopkeepers, she screamed at him, "Maybe I'll just go out and catch my own crocodile so I can get a pair of shoes at a reasonable price." "Well, by all means, be my guest," he said. Maybe you'll get lucky and catch yourself a really big one." So she was determined. She turned her head, went to the mangroves, set on catching herself a crocodile. Later in the day, the shopkeeper's driving home and he sees a young woman standing waist deep in water, a shotgun in her hand. Then he saw a huge, giant croc swimming quickly toward her. She took aim, killed the creature, and with a lot of effort, she hauled it out in the bank, and lying nearby were a lot more of the dead creatures. And the shopkeeper watched in amazement as she kept flipping the crocodile over on his back. "Damn it," she said, "this one's not wearing shoes either."
Oh, no.
Crocodile shoes.
How can you tell if a blonde's having a bad day?
Ow.
Her tampon's behind her ear and she can't find her pen.
Oh, God.
11 people clinging precariously to a wildly swinging rope suspended from a crumbling outcrop on Mount Everest. 10 were blonde, one was brunette. For the group to survive, one of them had to sacrifice her life and let go of the rope. If that didn't happen, the rope would break and everyone would die. For an agonizing few moments, no one volunteered, and finally, the brunette gave a truly touching speech saying she would sacrifice herself to save the lives of all the others. All the blondes clapped. And my last one for today. A blonde arrived for her first golf lesson, and the pro asked her to take a swing at the ball to see how well she'd do. The blonde did it, and she completely stuffed the shot. The pro says, "Well, your swing's good, but you're gripping the club too hard. Grip the club gently, like you would your husband's penis." The blonde took another shot and nailed the ball 350 meters straight down the fairway. The pro says, "That's excellent. Let's try it again. Only this time, take the club out of your mouth." Oh! All right, that's mine for the night, boys and girls.
Pretty risky ones.
Big hand for one.
Way to go, Ryan.
Well, if you're gonna let Super Happy Fun Time come dressed like that, I can tell jokes like that, right?
Yeah.
Abso-friggin-lutely.
Thank you.
All right, I got a couple of more. All right, Boudreaux, Thibodeau, and Hebert were working up on a high cell phone tower. Now, as they started their descent at the end of the day, Boudreaux slips, falls off the tower, and he dead. Now, as the ambulance taking the body away, Thibodeau say, "Well, shucks, someone got to go tell Marie." Hebert say, "Okay, I'll do it," because he's a good guy. About 2 hours later, he come back carrying a case of Budweiser. Now Thibodeau say, "Where'd you get that beer, Hebert?" "Boudreaux's wife gave it to me," Hebert replies. "That's unbelievable. You told her Boudreaux was dead and she gave you beer." "Well, not exactly," says Hebert. "When she answered the door, I said to her, 'You must be Boudreaux's widow.' She said, 'You must be mistaken. I ain't no widow.' And then I said, 'I bet you a case of Budweiser that you
Oh, my God.
There you go,
Hey,
Phil.
man,
There's
won
your
that
way
bet.
to get that from your neighbor.
Thibodeau's pretty smart.
Hebert. Hey, that's Hebert, that small one. Speaking of Hebert and him being smart. Now, Thibodeau went to Dr. Hebert and told him that he and Clotilde didn't want to have no more kids. Now, Dr. Hebert told him that there was a certain procedure called a vasectomy that could fix that problem. But it was pretty expensive. And a cheaper alternative is to go home, get a cherry bomb, light it, drop that into a beer can, and hold that beer can to your ear, then count to 10. That's the secret part. You got to count to 10. Now, Thibodeau says to the doctor, I may not be the sharpest hook in the box, yo, but I don't see how putting a cherry bomb in a beer can next to my ear is going to help. Trust me, Dr. Hebert says. So Thibodeau went home, got him a beer, and drank it, lit a cherry bomb, and put it in that empty beer can. He held the can up to his ear and began to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At which point, he paused because he ran out of fingers, right? He placed the beer can between his legs and continued to count on his other hand. And it worked.
No, he had to light the cherry bomb, obviously.
Yeah. Did I miss that part? I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
tell
but you
lit
got it right. You got it right. You got it right.
You got it. It was perfect.
All right. That was 2. 2 is the magic number. Who want to come up here next? Anybody?
Yay!
Gleesa.
Gleesa!
All right.
Please
Let me get off the way.
All right,
Yeah.
baby.
Let's everybody give a big applause.
Come on up
to
here,
welcome
sweetheart.
Gleesa.
Yeah, we are.
I just finished about a 2-week vacation, and so getting back to work the past couple of days after that little bit of time off has left me kind of sappy. So I thought I'd do some sappy jokes. So,
Sappy sounds good.
yeah, when a math teacher goes on vacation, where do they go? Times Square.
Ah, cute.
And do you know what bread does on vacation?
It rises.
It loafs around.
Ah,
And do you know? Oh, wait, no. Where did the shepherd take his sheep on vacation? The Bahamas.
Bahamas.
And where do bees go on vacation?
See.
Singapore. So, and you know, I have a few things on my bucket list. One of the things I'd like to go to.
This will be the first time I heard that.
I can't even think of the name of the place. I'm so sappy right now. All the presidents, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'd like to do that, but first I wanna hang a world map in my house and place little push pins in every place I've been. But first I have to go to the top 2 corners so the map won't fall down.
okay.
And why is it when you pack to go on vacation, it takes like 2 hours, really, if you've got it down back. It takes about 2 hours to pack, and then when you get home, it takes about 3 months to unpack.
Yeah, everything gets discombobulated.
Because because there's so much to do. And I finally told my suitcases the other day that there would be no traveling really this year. So now I'm dealing with emotional baggage.
That's cute.
And this is true. The sign of a great vacation is when you forget all your passwords. And I forgot all my passwords.
That's true.
But I'm going to leave you guys with a riddle. What goes through towns, up hills and down hills, but never moves?
Huh.
The road.
Ah,
Yes, road. So happy trails.
There you go. I got something smart
Awesome,
done today.
Glee.
Oh,
All
God, I
right.
did one thing
Big
right.
hand for Glee.
Yay!
all right,
Gleesa!
There was this zoo, a small, tiny zoo in a little bitty town in South Louisiana. Now, this zoo had the honor and the ability to obtain a very rare species of gorilla. Now, within a few weeks, the gorilla, which was a female, became very difficult to handle. Upon examination, the veterinarian, damn, that's a hard one to say, veterinarian, determined the problem. That gorilla was in heat. To make matters worse, there was no male gorilla at that zoo or any other zoo around. Now, thinking about their problem, the zookeeper, Boudreaux, thought about Pierre. Now, Pierre was a part-time worker who was responsible for cleaning the animal cages. Now, he wasn't that smart, but he possessed ample ability to satisfy any female of any species. He was a player. Now, Boudreaux thought that might have a solution. Now, Pierre was approached with a proposition. Would he be willing to mate with that gorilla for $500? $500. Now, Pierre showed a little interest, but said he would have to think about that carefully overnight. Now, the following day, he announced to Boudreaux that he would accept that offer, but only under 5 conditions. 5 conditions, that's right. Now, first, Pierre says, I ain't gonna kiss that gorilla on the lips. No kissing. Now, Boudreaux, he agreed. That's fair enough. And second, she must wear a Dale Earnhardt Forever t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Boudreaux again, he agreed. That's fine. Now, third, you can't never tell no one about this. Got to be a secret.
Oh.
Again, Boudreaux agreed. No problem. Now, number 4, Pierre said, I want all the children raised to be Southern Baptists. No Catholics.
Okay.
Once again, Boudreaux agreed. Now, in the last and 5th stipulation, Pierre says, I need another week to come up with that $500.
Oh, man. That's bad.
It's pretty hard up or down or something.
Yeah. I got a good laugh out of that one when I read it.
That was the best one.
All right, does anybody else want to come up here?
Fiddlah?
Oh, yeah, I got some.
Yay!
Because that one was a long one that I did. So it counts
That was
as 2
good.
kind of.
Yeah.
All right, let's welcome Fiddler.
Hey, Fiddler! Hey, Fiddler!
Yeah, now I got my mic working finally.
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks, everyone. As you know, I come up with different themes. I try to, anyways. And tonight's theme is, you know, you're a Yankee when, etc., etc. Okay. And so I came up with a few that kind of fit that category. Okay. Let me get my sound straight here so I can hear
Your
you.
sounds perfect.
All right. No, I want to be able to hear you folks.
Oh.
All right. Okay. What's the definition of a Yankee?
Mm.
It's like a quickie, but you do it yourself.
Whoa!
Yankee.
Yankee Candle. It's known for its fragrance candle line of products. Has revealed it's making an odorless candle for the first time ever. It makes no sense. None whatsoever. What's the difference between a Yankee zoo and a Southern zoo? Well, yeah, kind of. The Yankee Zoo will have the name of the animal and its Latin name. The Southern Zoo will have the name of the animal and a recipe. So, Yankee Doodle, he's walking around, he sticks a feather in his cap, and he says to his friend, "This is called macaroni." And his friend says, "Okay, cool." And he says, "Hey, listen, man, everybody's worried about you."
Macaroni.
And this is how the song really went. Helen Keller went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in her hat and called it glubber gobber goober flop flop. All right, well, Bill and Hillary are on the mound of the Yankee Stadium, right? Before one of their games, Bill picks up Hillary and heaves her towards home plate. All of a sudden, the Secret Service went up to help her out. And one of them says, "Mr. President, you're supposed to throw the first pitch."
Problem.
So this guy walks into a talent agency and he talks to the talent agent. He says, "My dog can talk." Agent says, "Prove it." He says, "Okay." He says to the dog, "How does sandpaper feel?" "Ruff, ruff." Very good. Now he says to the dog, "What's on top of a house?" "Ruff, ruff." It was very good. The guy says to the dog, "Who is the greatest Yankee ever?" "Ruff, ruff." Talent says, "Get out of here," and he goes to throw him out of his office. The dog turns to the agent with a puzzled expression and says, "Oh, my bad. Was it supposed to be DiMaggio?" A Southern lady sits down next to a Yankee businesswoman on a plane. Trying to be friendly, the Southerner asks, "So where y'all from?" The Yankee sniffs in disdain. "Where I'm from, we don't end our sentences in prepositions." So the Southern lady, looks at her a little shocked by the rudeness, says, "All right, where y'all from, bitch?" You got it?
I had my mic off for that. That was definitely Southern.
Gleesa got a kick out of it.
All right. These are the brand new words to Yankee Doodle. This is the very ending, the brand new ending. It goes, "Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. Yankee Doodle went to town and got himself a handy." Right? That's how it ends now. You know you're a Yankee if the farthest south you've ever been is the hat department at Macy's. You have a panic attack when someone talks to you on the subway.
That's understandable.
Yep. You think, oh, especially in New York City, you kidding me? You think a polecat is a dude that was born in Poland.
That makes sense.
Right.
I ain't
You
even-
own a collection of sweaters for your dog. You eat fried chicken with a knife and a fork.
That ain't no way to eat that.
You actually pull over to look at farm animals. Your own son turns down a great offer to drive for NASCAR in order to go to law school. And all of your friends have only one first name.
Oh, right, okay.
Not John Boy.
Right,
Dan.
Billy Joe Bob.
right. It's always like Tim. You think Okra is a talk show host.
Right.
You
Oprah
think
Winfrey.
green's a part of a golf course. This is a true one. You shovel snow in your yard and look at what I found, a car. And this one's for you, Nick. You think food from New Orleans is too spicy. By the way, I'm no Yankee, okay? I got moose running by my house. All right. You're gonna like this one. 3 Yankee blondes were walking in the woods when they came upon a line of tracks. The first blonde says, "Those must be deer tracks." The second blonde said, "No, stupid, anyone can tell those are rabbit tracks." The third blonde says, "No, you idiots, those are horse tracks." They were still arguing when the train hit them. What do you call a smart Yankee blonde? A golden retriever. I know that one's bad.
No, I mean, yeah, the dogs are smart.
This one's kind of true. A New Jersey guy and a guy from Brooklyn are in a car together. Who's driving?
And I hope neither one of them.
The policeman. What do you call a kind, compassionate Yankee?
One of a kind?
A hallucination. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And to end it all, what does a patriotic chicken say? Yankee Doodle Doo. I'll see myself out. Thanks, everybody.
Yay.
That was
Big hand, big hand.
great. That was great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right, I got one more.
Yay!
Well, actually, I got 2 more, but one of them might
Alright.
not make the cut.
All right.
Well, you don't have to cut right at this exact time.
You're right.
Oh.
Well, I meant not because we don't have time, because it sucks.
Oh, well, if it sucks, we'll laugh anyway. How's that?
Yeah,
Okay. Sounds good. One day, Tildo walked into the police station because he wants to get a job as a deputy. Now, which he's wanted to be a deputy his whole life, even as a little kid. So he goes over to the Sheriff Boudreaux's desk and he says to the sheriff, "I'm here to be a deputy." Now, Boudreaux, he laughs and he says, "Well, if you're, let's see if you qualified, Thibodeau." See, he knows Thibodeau. He knows he ain't qualified. Now, the sheriff asks Thibodeau what the first day of the week is. Thibodeau said Monday. Not really right, Thibodeau said. "That's not right, but close enough." We'll go move on to the next one. Then Boudreaux asked him, "What are the 2 days of the week that begin with T?" Now Thibodeau hollered out, "Today and tomorrow." Again, not exactly right, but close enough. So, all right, one more. Who
That
shot
was good.
Abraham Lincoln? The sheriff asked Thibodeau. Now Thibodeau, he just stand there with a blank look on his face, because he didn't know. Now, Sheriff Boudreaux says, "All right, Tib, why don't you go home and think about that for a little while and come back tomorrow and let me know what you think." So Thibodeau goes home and Clotilde is there waiting for him. So she said, "Thibodeau, did you get that job?" And Thibodeau responds, "I think so, baby. They already put me on a murder case." You know, who shot Lincoln? Murder case? Okay. Told y'all it was stupid.
Ain't no shit.
I got one more. It's a little bit more stupid, but
Okay.
Oh, no.
maybe a little bit more funny.
It can't be.
More funny. It can't be.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's find out. All right. Boudreaux and his wife Marie were sleeping. By 3 o'clock in the morning, they was awakened by somebody pounding on their door. Boudreaux gets up. He goes to the door where he sees drunken Thibodeau standing in the pouring rain. Thibodeau said, "Give me a push there, bro." And Boudreaux said, "Not a chance. It's 3 o'clock in the morning." And they slammed the door in his face. And he goes back to bed. At which point Marie said, "Who was that, Boudreaux?" And Boudreaux said, "That was just drunk ass Thibodeau asking for a push." "And did you help him?" "No, I did not. It's 3 in the morning and it's pouring rain outside. I did not help him." Now Marie said, "Don't you remember about 3 months ago when we broke down and those 2 guys helped us? I think you should go help him. And you should be ashamed of yourself." Now Boudreaux, being a good coon ass like he is, he does as he is told. He gets dressed. He goes out into the pouring rain. He calls out into the dark, "Hey, Tim, you still out there?" "Yes," comes back the answer. "Do you still need a push?" "Yes, please," comes the reply from the darkness. "Where you at, Thibodeau?" asked Boudreaux. "Over here on the swing. Come push me." Now Boudreaux knew something like that was gonna happen. He just knew it. And that's all I got for tonight. I'm empty.
That was great.
Yay!
All right.
All right, so we got open mic.
Yay.
Anybody that might want to come up here.
That
Where's the
pot?
farmer's daughter tonight? Come on, girl.
Well, we got the farmer's daughter in the house.
I have my old ones that I did. I'm kind of looking for new ones, but I think I may use a couple of my old
Hi,
ones.
Arnica. Thanks for coming.
Hi,
Okay.
Artie. Love you. I have a couple I can do.
You want to come do a few more?
Please.
Yeah, I'll do a few more blonde
All
ones,
right,
because since
okay.
I put my
Let me clear the
I put
stage.
my hair on, for this, so I might as well do it. So yeah.
All right.
So 3 girls, these 3 blondes are walking in a magical forest. Suddenly a witch comes out of the woods. You each have to say one good thing about yourself. If you lie, I'll make you disappear. So the first girl, a brunette. Wait, it's the one. There's a brunette, okay, a redhead and a blonde. Excuse me, I got this wrong. I fucked it up. I did it, Nick. I'm sorry. A redhead, a brunette, and a blonde walk in the woods in the magical forest, and the witch says, "Each one of you has to say one good thing about yourself, and if you lie, I'm gonna make you disappear." So the brunette says, I think I'm very kind and a very thoughtful person. Poof! She disappears. Second girl, the redhead, says, I think I'm really sexy. Poof! She disappears. And the third girl, the blonde, says, well, I think, and poof, she's gone.
Oh,
Man, that witch ain't playing around, huh?
mm-mm.
A blonde goes in a drugstore to buy some condoms because her friend told her she should learn about safe sex. She walks up to the pharmacist and says, how much for a box of rubbers? They're $6 for a box of 3, 60 cents plus is the tax is added on. The blonde says, oh my gosh, I always wondered how they kept those things on.
Oh, God.
Ouch.
It was a real hot day, and a blonde decided she'd buy a drink. She went to a vending machine, and she put her money in. This can of drink came out, and she kept putting in money. And she was there for so long, a line was forming behind her. And finally, a guy behind her goes, could you hurry up? We're all hot and thirsty. And she goes, oh, no way. I'm still winning. And I'll do one more. Well, out in the morning in the park one day, a jogger found a brand new tennis ball. Seeing no one around, might belong to somebody, you know, he slipped it in his shorts pocket. Well, later on, he's on his way home. He stopped at the pedestrian crossing, waiting for the light to change, and a blonde girl standing next to him eyed the large bulge in his shorts. What's that? Her eyes were gleaming with lust. Tennis ball, came the breathless reply. Oh, said the blonde girl sympathetically. That must be painful. I had tennis elbow once. Tennis. Aw. Well, if it's not funny, it's not funny. All right, that's it.
All right. Big hand for Y. And with that, I want to thank everybody for showing up, sharing your jokes, making us laugh.